Afrobeat, Afrobeat, Afrobeat. Afrobeat is the it music right now. You know, songs like "Oh because of you, I be on the phone all night long. I'm feeling vibes on vibes. Everything I do, I under. I know 50 under. But wait, what is Afrobeat actually? When I think of Afrobeat, I think of Nigeria. Afrobeat is a music genre that combines elements of West African musical styles such as Fuji music and highlife with American funk and jazz influences, with a focus on chanted vocals, complex intersecting rhythms, and percussion. The genre was developed in the 1960s by Fela Kuti, who is credited for pioneering and popularizing the style both within and outside of Nigeria. So here is a brief history lesson on Mr. Fela Kuti. In 1969, a Koala Lobitos trip to the United States had a big impact on Fela Kuti's music and ideas. He met in Los Angeles an African American artist named Sandra Isidore. Isidore introduced Fela Kuti to the ideas of African American civil rights activists such as the Black Panthers, Malcolm X, Kwame Ture, and Angela Davis. Fela Kuti started to look more into African culture for inspiration. He renamed his band first as Nigeria 70, then as Africa 70. He called Afrobeat the music they developed. Drummer Tony Allen, who had joined the band in the mid-1960s, played an important role in the evolution of their sound. Afrobeat became a distinctive musical style that blended influences from different styles, including traditional African music. So, what does Afrobeat sound like? Well, Afrobeat brings together funk, jazz, highlife, and traditional African music. The songs are long and can be recognized by their complex instrumentation. Afrobeat bands are often composed of several musicians playing several instruments. Electric piano, guitars, horns, percussions, and vocals all contribute to the rhythm of the songs. Afrobeat is essentially conscious music. In their lyrics, the artists address the political, social, and economic issues of their time. One thing I noted listening to Afrobeat music from back in the day is that it had a lot of instruments playing live. You can definitely hear the jazz and funk influences within the music, especially from the wind instruments like saxophones and trumpets. To get familiar with the sounds of Afrobeat music from back in the day, you can start by listening to these artists: Fela Kuti, Tony Allen, Femi Kuti, Sean Kuti, and Antibalas. Afrobeat music nowadays definitely has more of pop undertones. You can also hear some Afro beats within the music. Live performances nowadays don't usually have a big band playing a variety of musical instruments. The music is mostly electronic, which you would expect given the technological advances over the years. In this present day, Afrobeat music artists include Burna Boy, CK, Ira Star, Fireboy DML, Ruger, Thames, just to name a few. Although Afrobeat seems to have Nigerian roots, Afrobeat music is also popular in other West African countries such as Ghana. Afrobeat is a progressive sound, and so it can also be heard in music across Africa, as many artists have begun to experiment with the sound. Even outside of Africa, we see many artists have begun to collaborate with Afrobeat artists. We've seen collaborations such as Rema and Selena Gomez, Ira Star and Kelly Rowland, Lil J, SARS and Chris Brown, Fireboy DML, and Ed Sheeran. Across streaming platforms, we can see that Afrobeat artists garner a lot of listeners and Afrobeat songs are getting mass listening. According to Spotify, Afrobeat streams have grown 550% since 2017. In a graphical post shared online, the streaming service revealed that back in 2017, total streams for the genre amounted to 2 billion. Half a decade later, the number almost septupled with over 13.5 billion streams in 2022. Spotify recently launched a new Afrobeat platform to showcase the genre's evolution. Spotify has announced the launch of Afrobeat, Journey of a Billion Streams, a dedicated one-of-its-kind site to capture the essence of Afrobeat and its cultural significance from its origin to its present-day growth. Speaking on the importance of this platform, Jocelyn Muhutu-Remi, Spotify's managing director for Sub-Saharan Africa, said, "There is no doubt that Afrobeats as a genre is here to stay and will only continue to shatter more ceilings. In 2023 alone, the genre has been played for more than 223 million hours, with streams exceeding 7.1 billion on Spotify." In 2022, Burna Boy topped the African streams on Apple Music. Apple Music released a list of top songs and albums for 2022, and Burna Boy's sixth studio album, Love Damini, topped the list. According to Apple's analytics, the album was the most streamed on Apple Music Nigeria, Apple Music Ghana, and Apple Music Kenya in 2022. It was also the third most streamed album on Apple Music South Africa in 2022. In 2022, Apple Music's top tracks and trends included a track by the Afrobeat artist Tems called Free Mind, and also a collaboration between her, Drake, and Future called Wait For You. Tems' Free Mind has broken the female record for most weeks at #1 on the R&B Hip Hop Airplay chart. Tems' Free Mind has captured a 17th week at #1 on Billboard's R&B Hip Hop Airplay chart, which is a new record for the most weeks for any song by a lead female artist. Outside of streaming platforms, Afrobeat songs are still popular. For instance, CK's Love Nwantiti hit about 50 billion views on TikTok, and currently on YouTube it has about 400 million views. The Love Nwantiti track was a smash hit internationally. At some point it charted on #1 in France, Netherlands, Norway, and Sweden. It charted at #3 in the UK, #8 in Australia, and 31 in the US. Afrobeat for me is feel-good music. I listen to Afrobeat and my mood gets elevated. The music makes me want to get up and dance. It's a whole vibe, honestly. Afrobeat is the result of different genres and sounds of music, well mixed and balanced to produce something great. To see something that has African origins to become known all across the world is special. Afrobeat becoming so popular also shows that music really has no boundaries. It crosses borders and can be heard by millions if not billions of people. Music really is universal. I end this video with a quote from Fela Kuti. "I consider music to be effective, like a weapon to inform people. My music is like an attraction to inform people."